Hey there, science fans! Today we're diving into the fascinating world of microwave ovens. You know, those magical boxes in your kitchen that heat up food in a flash. But have you ever stopped to wonder how they actually work? It all started with a happy accident. Our story takes us back to 1945. Percy Spencer, an American engineer, was working on radar technology for World War II. He was experimenting with something called a magnetron, a device that generates microwaves. Microwaves are a type of electromagnetic radiation, but we'll get to that later. One day, while working with an active magnetron, Spencer felt something strange in his pocket. It was his candy bar, and it was melting. Intrigued, he grabbed some popcorn kernels and held them near the magnetron. Pop, 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 the kernels exploded into fluffy popcorn. Spencer had stumbled upon a revolutionary way to cook food using microwaves. This accidental discovery led to the development of the first microwave oven, which was as big as a refrigerator. It took a couple more decades for microwave ovens to become smaller and more affordable for everyday use. But how do these microwaves actually cook our food? Let's break it down. To understand microwaves, we need to talk about the electromagnetic spectrum. This spectrum is like a big family reunion for all types of electromagnetic radiation. You've got your radio waves, your visible light, your X-rays and more. They're all related, but they have different energies and wavelengths. Think of it like this. Imagine yourself floating in the ocean. Gentle waves with long distances between them represent low-energy radiation like radio waves. As the waves get closer together and choppier, their energy increases. That's like moving from infrared light to visible light to ultraviolet light. Microwaves fall somewhere between radio waves and infrared light on this spectrum. They have a shorter wavelength than radio waves, but a longer wavelength than visible light. This means they carry more energy than radio waves, but less energy than visible light. So how do these microwaves, these invisible waves of energy, interact with our food? Let's find out. Now for the main event, how do microwaves actually heat our food? The secret lies in the way they interact with water molecules. You see, water molecules are like tiny magnets with a positive end and a negative end. When microwaves hit these molecules, they cause them to rotate rapidly, billions of times a second. Imagine a dance floor filled with water molecules. When the microwave music turns on, the molecules start spinning and bumping into each other, creating friction. And just like when you rub your hands together, friction generates heat. This heat spreads throughout the food, cooking it from the inside out. Pretty neat, right? Section 4. The magnetron, a tiny engine powering your microwave. Remember the magnetron that melted Percy Spencer's candy bar? It's the heart of every microwave oven. This clever device is responsible for creating those microwaves that cook our food. Here's how it works. Inside the magnetron, there's a heated filament that releases electrons. These electrons are like tiny race cars, and they're guided along a circular track by a strong magnet. As the electrons zoom around the track, they pass by tiny cavities like pit stops. Each time an electron whizzes by a cavity, it emits a burst of microwave energy. These bursts combine to form a continuous stream of microwaves, which are then directed into the oven cavity where your food is waiting. It's like a tiny engine tirelessly generating the waves that cook our meals in minutes. Section 5. Safety first. Dispelling myths and using microwaves wisely. Now, you might have heard some scary stories about microwaves being dangerous. But don't worry, when used correctly, microwave ovens are perfectly safe. Remember how we talked about the electromagnetic spectrum? Microwaves are a type of non-ionizing radiation. This means they don't have enough energy to knock electrons off atoms and cause damage to our DNA. Microwave ovens are designed with safety features to prevent leaks. The door has a metal mesh that blocks microwaves from escaping, and the oven only generates microwaves when the door is closed and the timer is on. So go ahead and enjoy the convenience of your microwave oven. Just remember to follow the manufacturer's instructions and use microwave-safe containers. And never, ever put metal in the microwave. It can cause sparks and damage the oven. Stay curious and keep exploring the world of science.